Don, talk about Zach and what Zach did today in a crucial game for you guys.
Well, obviously tremendous. Started, looked a little rough early there. Carpenter Bills went out there. Holiday's ball drops, and it looks like when Trouble gets a big punch out there, and then gets Yachty to hit into the double play. And then just the rest of the day kind of set the tone. Obviously the one inning in there, that we get the two and they get it right back. But, from there, he settled down and does what he does.
And all the way in the back.
Don, in the series when the long ball's been at a premium for you guys especially, can you just talk about how comforting it was to, finally get some stock?
Well, Adrian's first homer was huge, I felt like. We get the 2 runs, and then they come right back and get them right back. But then Adrian, pops one for us and puts us on top and gives us that lead right back. And then from there, Zach kind of took over. So, and then, Carl kind of one at a time, right? And, Carl hits his, AJ, and then another one after that for 2 for Adrian. So, obviously we haven't been hitting, we know the ball carrier here during the day, but it was just one of those days that we were, we got a little better, got some runs, and good feeling.
And 2 over on the right field, and then Tracy.
Not just the home run today, but it seems like all your postseason, Crawford has been giving you something every day. How important has that been for you? And was there anything that you could point to that happened the last week of the season that got him on this little roll?
I don't know if there's anything this last week. I know the last week of the season, he started running for us. I think it was like, he had a bunch of little stuff during the course of the years, back a couple of different times, a couple of different little stints with one with kind of a couple slight hamstrings that kind of slowed him down. And it's almost like when he came back, he kind of stopped running. That last week of the season, it seemed like he kind of decided that he needed to go, and he started stealing some bags late in the year. Then he's kind of been on the home run tear, through the playoffs. I think it's 4, right?
Yep.
So he's been on a little bit of a run here in the playoffs, and it's been good to have him up top there and doing that for us.
Tracy?
The other day, Wainwright and some of the Cardinals were upset with one of your guys enjoyed some of the events that happened. Can that kind of create a boost for a guy like Gonzalez, or can we make too much out of that?
I don't think I think we make a little bit out of it. I think, guys read that stuff back and forth, that, I feel like it's been a boost for us. I think we just know we gotta win games. And, today obviously our backs to the wall. This makes it a lot more fun for us, we get on the plane.
Don, you talk about the fact that obviously you don't want to be down 3-2, but you're going back and you've got your left-handers going, and one, maybe the best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah, I think really look at it now, we've kind of become America's team because everybody wants to see a 7th game. Probably even the fans in St. Louis would like to see a 7th game. I figure that everybody's for us to win on Friday night. So, it's a pretty good feeling with Clayton pitching on a Friday. So we breathe till then. We feel like Clayton pretty much going to keep you in the game and give you a chance. They can put some runs up. We know their guys are really good. So, that'll be fun.
And on the right, John?
Good luck with that theory about St. Louis.
Yeah, that's my home area. So, in my hometown, really wants to see us.
I was going to ask you about Zach. There was a time, certainly way before you guys signed him, but people questioned the big market, big game. What do you notice about his personality and demeanor that seems to lend itself to big games, even though people didn't think it would?
I think Zach's really, I've just been around Zach, really, this is my first year being around Zach, but we've just seen none of it. You see every once in a while, like, the announcement, they've introduced him twice here, he doesn't go out for that, and that's all about. But he's pretty much, he's just focused all the time, and he's so competitive about getting better and making pitches, and with everything that he does, I think it just lends to him. I think he loves competing, to be honest with you. I think it makes it easy for him. It doesn't matter really where it is. It's the fact that he's competing and trying to make pitches, get people out. He likes studying and knowing how to get a guy out and what he's trying to do to get him out. And the hitting part, he loves that part of it. So I think The stuff that we had heard is just kind of like null and void with him. And he's just super competitive. And it's been fun to watch.
And over to
John,
us.
just back to Adrian for a second. I mean, you know, he did come back at Wainwright and the Mickey Mouse thing, kind of owned it a little bit, you know, had some fun with it. But then today comes up with a big home run, comes up the field, you know, makes suggestions to kind of get your own guys fired up. Has he become the guy, do you think he kind of got the team a little to rally around him there, became the guy to kind of stand up?
Well, in fact, Adrian's been doing what he's doing all year long. And so obviously, it's a couple of, big hit the other night in our win, big hits today. So he's always been that guy. And he does it a lot differently than most of the guys. He's not quite, the play around here as much. He's more serious. He does his work, goes about his business, and just kind of day in, day out, consistently doing his thing. And so he's always been that guy really that you rely on and you don't have to worry about. So him just doing well is what he does.
Has the past couple of days been a new side to him, though, Don, from what you've seen during the season, personality-wise, maybe?
It seems like he's kind of stepped up here, and maybe the fact that Hanley has kind of been not going to do what he's been doing in the past, and Adrian maybe feels that responsibility. But I think maybe it's the time of year, and that he's getting more attention for it. But he's been doing this all year long for us, and it's not something